This video is about inverse or reverse percentages, and before you watch this you should have an idea about how to increase and decrease amounts by a percentage using a one-stop calculation, or the increase or decrease calculator, multiplying factor. Now, a classic car is purchased for X and it's sold for 10,000, so I don't know how much I bought it for. The owner made a 25% profit on the purchase price. Find the value of X. Now, the way to set this up is to imagine you are increasing something by 25% and you get the value at the end. So if I think about that, I take my original amount, which I don't know is X, and I increase it by 25%. Now remember that increase by 25% is to take 100 and add 25, and then divide it all by 100. But I know the answer to that. Before I didn't know the answer, but I knew the original amount. But now I know the answer. So basically this is 1.25, so it's 1.25x equals 10,000. So if I want to just get x, I will have to divide both sides by 1.25. So I'll do that on my calculator. And there we have 8,000 was the original price. Now I can double check that. If you think about 8,000 and you add on 25%, you get to 10,000. Let's look at one with a decrease. So this is a similar idea. Nancy buys a car. We don't know how much she paid for it, so we're going to call it X. And she sells it 3 years later for 5,200. She makes a 20% loss. So this time I'm going to times it by 100. She's making a loss, so it's take away 20 out of 100. Now when you get better at these, you won't have to write all of this each time. And that gave me what she sold it for. So she bought it for X, she sold it for this. It's like we know the answer, but we don't know what she bought it for. 100 take away 20 divided by 100 is 0.8 x's, and that gets me 5,200. I'm going to simply divide both sides by 0.8. So onto my calculator, I do this. And it means she started with 6,500. And again, you can double check this. If you take 20%, or you work out 20% of 6,500, you'll find it's the difference between the purchase cost and the selling cost.